Hello everybody, welcome to June's Class to Go. I just wanted to show everybody what they're going to get in their kit. You're going to get all 5 brand new Stampin' Up! In colors, and you're going to get this stamp set as well. Before you get started, I just wanted to show you, inside your stamp set, you're going to have the center of this frame. You are going to want to keep this. We're going to use this in our cards for this month. So we're going to go ahead and set all of this aside. These are the 5 cards we're going to be making. So these are all 5 cards, and we're going to demonstrate on how to make all of them. We're going to start first with the Peekaboo Peach. Everything that you need to create your cards is going to be inside of this envelope. So you're going to have to take everything out, and you can just set your envelope to the side. First off, what we're going to do is take our little half cut squares and we're going to attach them just like this. So we're going to put some adhesive on the back, and you're going to put it about 1/4 of an inch from the side and from the top and the side, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. Just like that. Then what we're going to do is just put a line of adhesive down the center. And then we are going to grab our ribbon. My ribbon didn't come out of the envelope. And we're going to lay our ribbon right in the middle, just like that. And then you can go ahead and cut the excess off. Just like that. And then we can go ahead and attach this to your card base. I'm going to set that aside. You're going to have a small square strip, and you're going to grab your Peekaboo Peach, and you're going to grab the inside of your little square, and you're going to want to mount that, and then you're going to ink, and this one you're going to want to stamp off, and then you're going to stamp on. So you want it a little bit lighter, just like that. Now we're going to take our saying and we're going to stamp it sideways.
Powering off.
Just like that. And then we are going to take the little swag and we're going to ink it up, and we're going to stamp one on top and then flip it around, and we're going to stamp one this way. So then you're going to want to cut it, hand cut it out, and it's actually really easy to hand cut out. You're just going to follow the line, and then when you get up to the corner, just go ahead and turn the corner and continue to go. I have already cut one out for you just to save a little bit of time. And then you're just going to grab some dimensionals. And you're going to attach it right here, right on the bottom. So there's your first card. Okay, we will continue. Your second card is going to be Your friendship is a work of art. So on this one, you're going to want to grab your stamp that has all the little dots on it, and then your Emerald Envy ink. And you're just going to ink it up, and you're going to stamp randomly all over. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just stamp all over it. So we're going to set that aside. And then you have a square piece of Very Vanilla, and you're going to ink it up again, and you're going to stamp the edges. Just like that. And then you're going to want to take your Our Friendship is a Work of Art and stamp in the center. You're going to add dimensionals to the back, and you're going to attach it to the designer series paper, just like that. And then this can go on the front of your card. And now your ribbon, you're going to get some glue dots. Put a glue dot on each end, and you're going to attach your ribbon to the bottom. Okay, well, it doesn't look like my glue dots came off, but you get the drift. And then you're just going to take your other piece of ribbon and tie a knot, just like this, right here. And then you can attach it to your card base. So there is that card. Your next card is going to be your idea of having a birthday was simply a stroke of genius. So what we're going to do is attach your designer series paper to the edge. And then we're going to take that same square that we used, and we're going to use the Sweet Sugar Plum, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp off, and then we're going to stamp it right up top. We're going to stamp off again and stamp it on the bottom, just like that. And then we're going to take our little bit bigger of a swag. Sorry about that, I just knocked the camera. We're going to take the little bit bigger of a swag, and we're going to stamp that full strength. And we're going to stamp it down here. And then we're also going to take the dots that we used on the last card and ink it up, and we're just going to stamp right on top, just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and take your heart and attach the saying. Get some dimensionals. Put a couple dimensionals on the back. And put it right in the middle. And you can take your card base and attach it to your card base. And then inside this little Ziploc, you're going to have your two hearts and then your 2 circle sequins. You can just attach those with some glue dots, and then just tie your ribbon in a knot and attach it with the glue dot right up top. So there's that card. Now we're going to do our friendship is a work of art. So on this one, you're going to grab your larger kind of swag, and then we're just going to ink it up in every single color. So first we're going to do the Dapper Denim. We're going to ink it up and then just stamp each color along. And some of them I did a couple times. So as you can see, I did Dapper Denim 3 times. So we can go ahead and do one down here. And then we can kind of do one right in the middle. So you're going to want to do that for each color. And then on your extra sheet, we are going to grab the frame, and you're going to stamp that in Denim Dapper right on here. And then you're just going to hand cut it out. And it's actually fairly easy. I'm going to try to get close to the camera. It's actually fairly easy to cut these out if you use our paper snips. Our paper snips are super sharp, and they get right into the edges of these perfectly. So I went ahead and cut this out. And then you're just going to want to take your work of art stamp, and you're going to ink it up in the Dapper Denim after all of your swags are on here. And then you're just going to stamp it right along there. And then you can take some dimensionals and put on the back of here, and you're going to attach it like that. And then with your ribbon, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to put some glue dots on the end and wrap this around, just like that. So your finished card will look like this. Okay, so for the last card, I saved it for last because it's a little bit more stamping. So this is what it looks like. So you're going to go ahead and grab all of your stuff out of here. I did tie your bows for you already, so you have all of your bows tied. So what you're going to want to do is you have 3 pieces of Very Vanilla in 3 different sizes. One is going to go as the card backing. This one is going to, you're going to cut out your frame. And this one is what we're going to do the design on. So we're going to set all of this aside, and you're going to grab your Flirty Flamingo, and you're going to want to grab your square frame again. Or not really frame, it's the piece that doesn't really have a name, and it's really probably supposed to be thrown away, but we are totally going to use it. So what you're going to want to do is ink it up and start in the middle, and you're going to stamp just like this. And we're going to do it again, and we're going to line up the edges, the little arrows, just like that. And we're going to do it one more time, and we're going to line up this side. So now you have your first row. So now what we're going to do is ink it up, we're going to stamp off, and we're going to go right in the crease of this one on top. We're going to ink it up, stamp off, stamp right in the crease. Ink it up, stamp off, right into this crease. Ink up, stamp off, right in here. Now is when it gets a little tricky. We're going to ink it up, we're going to stamp off once, and we're going to stamp off twice. So you kind of have that, there's a name for this technique, and I just lost it. So you're going to ink up, stamp off once, stamp off twice, and you're going to come right over to the corner. So we're going to continue to do this. We only have a couple more to do and then we're done. Now I've noticed when you're stamping off, if you stamp over an already placed image, you kind of get a small halo, so that's why I'm going all over the place to stamp on and off. Okay, there we go. So now you have your amazingly beautiful design. So now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and attach this to your card. And then you're going to use your extra piece to go ahead and stamp your frame, and I've already done that, and I've already hand cut it out. Again, as you can see, I got really close with those snips inside. And then you're going to stamp. Your idea of having a birthday is a work of art, or simply a stroke of genius. You're going to stamp that in the Dapper Denim, and then inside your kit you have the little pin, and you can go ahead and stamp that in the Flirty Flamingo. And I use dimensionals to dimension this up. Oh, I stamped on the back of it. And then you're going to add this to the center of your card, and then use a glue dot to put your bow in the corner. And there you go. Let's get this out of the way and I'll show you your finished products again. Get a clean sheet in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's all 5 cards, and you have all of the envelopes to go with. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.